Okay, welcome back. We talk about different things. Like we go to the grocery store and we grab meat off of the out of the shelf. Not everything's created equal. Same thing with oils. Oils are not created equal at all. Um, grabbing meat that is irrigated, mechanically separated rib meat is not the same as buying good organic grass fed beef. Everything, you get what you pay for. Same thing with the oils. You're going to get what you pay for. If you go to Walmart and buy an oil off the shelf, you're getting chemicals and you're getting fragrances and things like that. You're not doing anything to help your body at all. So, why, we're so many people will say, I'm gonna go buy a good organic meat or organic eggs or farm eggs or whatever, but we don't think about that when it comes to aromatherapy, because we think, oh, it's in a little bottle, it's oil, it's doing great, it's wonderful, but it's not. It's totally different. So we have to really pay attention, just like everything else. We have to read our bottles and we have to know those chemicals that are unsafe for our homes, whether it's shampoo or conditioner or makeup or whatever. We have to think about those things and put in and on our bodies the things that are good. A third party lab test doesn't make an oil pure. Just because they send it off does not make it pure. Saving your oils are better. Saying your oils are better does not make them pure. Getting them, just ordering them offline, or even if you buy Young Living off of Amazon, doesn't make them pure. People cut them and they add things to them just to be able to sell them. And so you have to know what you're buying. You have to make sure that you pick the standard and you go by that standard. It's our promise of purity. We make sure that with seed to seal, that is the standard, is complete purity, and that there's nothing added to it at all. You can go to seedtoseal.com and look up the little video, and it will tell you all of these different things, and it explains it really easily and what all this means. All of our oil is shipped from around the world. There's different areas in different parts of the world that you can be able to order from, and it gets to you really quickly. You can trust the integrity of Young Living and the seed to seal process through sourcing, science, and standards. Young Living oils are tested by scientists with over 180 years of combined lab experience. That's a lot of experience for these different scientists who are working on these oils every single day. Those that use the oils keep coming back. There are 3,000 global employees, 600 life-changing products, 16 corporate farms, and more than 20 international markets. So you there's no reason at all to just go buy something off the shelf at Walmart. It's very important. It's highly important for you to take care of your family and to protect the four walls of your home, because there's no reason for us to not have our kids protected and our homes protected. Authentic means that the oils are 100% pure. There's nothing added to them. There's no added synthetics. There's no additives. They're just completely pure. Lavender is lavender. Lemon is lemon. That's it. End of story. Manipulated means that the final product has been made to smell more pleasing or less earthy. And Livy does not do that. We do not manipulate any of the oils whatsoever. Some of the heavier molecules have been stripped out, or another additive has been introduced to enhance the aroma. We do not do that. Perfume oils are not pure. They are mixed with synthetics to enhance the aroma. These oils have no therapeutic action whatsoever, and frequently solvents are used to extract the plant, which ruins the therapeutic grade of the oil if you're going to use a solvent to try to strip it, because they do that to make it distill quicker and get the oils out faster, and that just ruins the plant. Synthetic oils are not true at all. They smell nothing like the original. A lot of times they'll distill, like some of these other companies, they may distill it 10 times, the same plants 10 times, just so that they get a bigger bulk. They can make more money because they're only going to sell it for $8. So they're going to have to distill it 50 times off of one plant. They'll distill it a whole bunch. So you may get just runoff nasty water. Fragrance water is maybe all you're getting, and they're adding fragrance to that to make it, because it only has to be 5% essential oil. It does not have to be, even if it says pure essential oil, it may have been distilled like a regular plant, like a regular distillation or whatever, but it may only be 5% oil. And then you got all this synthetic yuck that's behind it. Authentic is the only true oil. Synthetic oils would be like opening your fridge, taking a glass of orange juice, and then putting mostly water, like putting a little bit of juice and the rest filling it up with water, or adding some sort of orange, like that's not even real to it, and then calling it orange juice. That's why you want the authentic essential oil. You don't want anything that's going to be added to it whatsoever. Before you purchase, check to make sure the company, like where the plants are grown, how they're distilled, how many times are they distilled. One distillation should be all that the plants should be distilled, because that's where the therapeutic grade is. Once that's pulled out, there's not much left. So there should not be an extra distillation whatsoever. Find these things out. Do your research. Know what it is you're using and why you're using it. Don't just take somebody's word for it and just go then find something else. It makes no sense. We research so many things these days and we look for the best of everything, but then when it comes to oils, it's like, oh, it's on the TV, oh, that looks perfect, that's what I need, and we go run to the store and we grab it, not even paying attention to what it is that we're putting on our body or in our body or in a diffuser that's going to be smelling, which is one of the best ways to get it into your body. And if it's not pure, it's pointless. So you're not doing yourself any good, or your kids or your family or anything else. So why does some oils company sell oils cheaper than others? Most essential oils are sold cheaper than other companies because companies cut out the corners to save money. Just like I was saying, like they'll distill it 50 times just so that they can be able to sell it cheaper, and they get more bulk because they're mostly putting water in there and chemicals and alcohol and things like that. If you use a chemical solvent to extract the oil, you pull out more. They pull it out more and they pull out faster. So if you dilute it with a cheaper oil or a carrier oil, then you can stretch the oil and make it last longer, so they can sell it cheaper. So that's why these other oil companies are cheaper. But then there's a lot that you still can buy online that are a little more expensive, and they'll charge more for it, but they're doing the same thing. They're distilling several times and they're adding solvents and they're doing different things, trying to pull the oil out faster. They're still going to use those solvents, and it's still not doing you any good because the solvent is still a chemical and it's still pulling it. It's causing it to do something that's not in its natural state to do. And that's not what you want. You want it to be completely at the right temperature, being pulled out, being distilled exactly at the temperature that that particular oil needs, and done the way it's supposed to be made. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is how the oils are made and how all of that works with Young Living.